Well, hello. I know I was gonna do a live stream for this, or at least, I know I sound really tired because I woke up like an hour ago, but, um, yeah, I'm gonna be doing a pre-rendered video for this, and because of why I'm doing it, now, is because, well, it's because, it's due to the fact that, um, I'm sorry, my brain's still trying to wake up, it's because I have something occupying me today that I won't get around at 12, so that's why I'm recording it now at 10 and then upload it earlier than it was supposedly supposed to come out. So that's why you're here hearing me doing this. Right now I'm trying to pull up a stopping screen. But it's like taking a bit. So today is the 21st of May. And you know what that means. Probably not. You probably don't know what that even means. Today is the supposed fifth anniversary of my, Minecraft story mode, Fullmetal Alchemist style AU thing. And, as of right now, the story is called Iron Heart, or Iron Hearted, or whatever. And, this story's on Wattpad, or at least the complete story is not out yet. Well, it's not a complete story yet, but there is some chapters up. I'll put the story in the link in the description if you guys want to read it. So this, okay, hold on, wait a minute. I'm trying to like pull it up, but today, my the story idea, at least as far as at least, turned 5 years old today, which is really weird to think about because I remember when this was like freshly new, and I remember creating a few art pieces for this, and and the fact that I've redrawn those first art pieces or concept art of this AU, just really baffles me as how much I improved over the years. And my computer is going haywire right now. I got like, oh god, it's been a little bit hang on, sorry, I am like focused on trying to get this converting. I'm trying to make sure that this is alright. I'm gonna save this real quick so that I can get it on the file, the image thing here. So yeah, today we're gonna look at art, old art, and also maybe read a chapter, or at least read something for Ironheart, or whatever. Because, why not, right? So, let's get not the window capture, let's get a image capture here. Video capture, no. Oh god, what was the thing? Oh yeah, here we go, image. So let's browse through, let me just get this thing up on the screen, okay. I know this doesn't fit to what we're like gonna talk about, but whatever, it's fine. We're gonna have this up. Sorry if this makes you sick. Alright? I just thought this was really cute and adorable, and I thought I would show it because it's cool. So today, like I said, probably like I'm repeating myself because I'm making sure I'm trying to continue, bro. What's wrong with you? Trying to log into my DeviantArt account and I'm having trouble with it. Oh my god. Alright, so I'm gonna look up. You're gonna see my old like name of like, 'cause I can't change my username on DeviantArt because I have to have core for that, I think, which sucks. So I'll also link my DeviantArt in the description. But for now, I can get a window capture in a second here. I'm sorry, I'm a bit rusty at this. It's been a while since I tried doing something. All right, here's Chrome. I had to find. You can see already I did some Mandela catalog last time I posted. Was the Mandela catalog stuff. I'm making sure this fits on the screen. If it doesn't, then whatever, it's fine. If you hear commotion in the background, that's my dad. Okay, image capture. That's we're the biggest thing here. Automatic. Let's try to. Oh, that didn't help at all. Okay. You know what? It's probably best if I actually do a display capture. You get to see the whole thing. Because I hate when there's like no black bar here and I'm still trying to figure that out how that works or whatever. But yeah, here's the DeviantArt page. I'll link this in, or well, you can look in the URL, but I will link this in the description. If you guys want to look at the whole arch bullshit I have on here. But today, yeah, that's a collaboration. My friend knows who this is. So this is all my art that I've posted since. Oh, that's my first Adam and Jonah design, by the way. And then you look at here, and this is their recent design, which is 10 times better. So there's that. Yeah, you can see why the last time I've posted was around January, because this was a video that was released back. That's an animation thing. But we are gonna look up the. I used to call the AU Fullmetal Alchemist, and yeah, I've done a bunch of concept art for this. So let's go back to the beginning, and let's discuss shit. So this is the first ever concept art for this. Let's download this because there's gonna be a comparison there. I know this says 22/5/22/18, but I'm doing it a day early, so. I think, yeah, around this time, but, this one, you can tell, this one is concept art. This was around the time when I started watching the show, and you can see this was published a few days after it was made. And, in the description it says, Jesse's a Fullmetal Alchemist. Why did I do this? Anyway, so I recently got an anime called Fullmetal Alchemist, or in Japanese, blah, blah, blah. I want to do, like, the crossover. Like Edward, Jesse has lost his arm and leg, and that's what I'm going to say about this, since I won't go into details. So, it looks like originally this this wasn't, like, was supposed to be a crossover and not an AU yet. But soon enough it will be. So, as you can tell, this is, Jesse, yeah, it's very old. This was back in 8th grade, I believe, when I made this, in middle school. Here's the second one. This was made on, like, a day afterward. I posted this art and also in, on the Wattpad story, just to give, like, a clarification. So now, you can see he has the arm and leg thing, he's doing that. And then the title here is like, he is one, isn't he? He really is one, holy shit. So this is back when I was, like, 13. I remember this clearly. This was back when I didn't have line art to do my stuff. Here's the second art piece. This was made on the, you already know. This was Lucas's design. I don't know why I had this idea. Even I say here, another Fullmetal Alchemist parody art. This was supposed to be a parody back in the day. Not an AU yet. So, I think I misspelled Alphonse. Oh my god. Just like Alphonse. Sorry if I spelled the name wrong. You did pass me. Luke takes the role. So, this was before the Tim Armor concept was a thing. So, suit R now with the soul in it. His soul causes eyes to be blue. Anyway, this fun piece to make. I don't know why I decided to make it look like this. Who knows? It looks like, oh god, it reminds me of like an android or some shit. I don't know why. It was a weird concept. So here's like later in the year. So there's Jesse with the arm. I kind of switched arms at one point. So I said from a redraw to October 2018, and I said here, so do you ever have this from 5 months ago? Yeah, I wanted to redraw this because why not? I want to see how much I improved. Well, it kind of looks the same. So a lot of these, and then these are back when I could still use these emoticons. You can't anymore, but oh yeah, this is my old comic. Oh my god, there's actually an old comic dub that I did, and here's like some line art actually. Holy shit, this was like the oldest rendition of back when I didn't do line art at the time, and this was like the only time I would do it. So my old voice acting, this actually still I'm gonna put this this video's unlisted, but I'm gonna put the link in the description so you can watch how cringy my voice acting is in this. Look how bad the drawing is. I remember making this. Oh my god. I would redo this, but I feel tired and I don't want to do it. Here's like, I don't know, like a cover or something. This is back when I did like Japanese writing bullshit. And this was before it was called Iron Hearted, because it was just called Fullmetal Alchemist. Yeah. And yeah, so here's like kind of like a sketch of like if it was kind of like similar to the style of the actual game models, but you know. Oh my god. So this is an art thing. I concept art for the story. This was for still is called Fullmetal Alchemist. It's not called what it is in it yet. So the story here is that, like how Edward and Alphonse try to resurrect their mother with alchemy, in this story, or this rendition of the story, or in this version, Jesse and Lucas try to resurrect Reuben back to life. And that's what happened. Yeah, pretty, you're gonna see the remake of this, actually. Soon enough. This one is, this was, like, just a concept art. So, hasn't changed a bit. The Fullmetal Alchemist, I haven't read anything, the whole thing yet. Well, past me, I've written some of it. It'll take you, like, 5 years to do it, so. But school's in the way. Yeah, that's a pain. You say that every time to make an excuse out of yourself. Okay, so this is when I started to do the Tim's armor concept. And I even said this in the description saying, well, I've changed Lucas's look. Due to Alphonse Saul being bonding to a suit of armor, I changed Lucas to have his soul in Tim's armor. Kind of, yeah, because Tim's armor is the only one with like a helmet and stuff, so, you know, the other armors, they don't, so it's like they can whip around. Romeo. So this was the concept of Romeo. I wanted to say like what happened to him because he tried spoiler alert, he kind of tried doing resurrect alchemy at one point, and I wanted to do both arms where he tried to, but I might you know, consider doing just only him losing one arm and getting it replaced. So here's Ivor. So what happened with Ivor here in this story is because it has to do with also resurrection alchemy, but he lost one of his legs. I know everyone's like does this stuff. They try to play God, even the person that is kind of like God isn't like God. Oh, here's like Edward and Kirito. Yeah, that's my drawing, but that doesn't have to do anything with today, except, yeah, this is my old Edward drawings. Alright, so here is the Jesse forms, or the different AUs that I had at the time. And this was, okay, so this one's dimensions, technically, because this is supposed to be, like, happening in dimensions 2, as of right now, that bandage thing. There's the admin Jesse, there's the chip Jesse that people, the fandom created. There's that Shining Jesse that I created 5 years ago. If you remember being on my Wattpad, you might have seen that Shining parody or AU thing. There's a this is supposed to be like a Hamilton AU. That's no longer like or Colonial Jesse. This is back when I drew that. There is this is 80s Chronicles Jesse or Radical Decade Jesse now, because whatever. And then there's this one was supposed to be like a 1910s Jesse where I had like these old like boat AUs where they would go on the Olympic and shit. Where yeah, it's on my old. This isn't called it. We're gonna get to this in a second. But this one is like I said, 1910s Jesse. He's if you look at my old Wattpad, you're gonna see like labeled boat AUs, like old boat AUs. This one is called. I remember vaguely calling it Anxiety Jesse. It's and so after a brief cut, my dad walked into the room. Like I said, I'm with people in here 60 minutes in, and they're always like, "Are you like, can you do this?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I'm gonna get to it in a second. I'm just recording something." All right, so this is Anxiety Jesse, and I'm gonna see what the description says about him because I know I drew him before. Anxiety Jesse. Let's just say this form of Jesse has all the 7 disorders that Jesse goes through at the same time. Yeah, I used to do this like angsty thing where I put Jesse through a lot of shit. Still kind of do. This is obviously Fullmetal or Ironhearted Jesse. I think this is the same guy too, but leather jacket would be something. Yeah, so what the story is here, if you haven't read the story yet, the Ocelots become a military in Beacon Town, and Jesse becomes a part of that because he wants to be able to get his body back with Lucas, and Lucas is technically the founder of that, but then he taught, or told Stampy to take in charge while he and Jesse go and restore their bodies. Anyway. Oh yeah, here's... So here's like when Lucas's body gets dragged away. Here's like a manga mocking style. I mean, I like this. This is cool shading. I was proud of that back then. Here's some Lucas forms. Or AUs. There's the Hamilton version of Lucas. There's the Fullmetal one. There's like the 1910s thing. This is like the erased Lucas, I think. This is like Herobrine Lucas. There's the Shining Lucas. That's the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Elemental. Remember that bullshit? This is mostly predominantly on my DeviantArt, where I posted art where he had elemental powers and stuff. Tuxedo Lucas, Greatest Showman Lucas, and that was back when I had a Resident Evil concept. I even remember even putting it in here. Resident Evil Lucas. That scar eventually becomes a concept thing for Silent Beacon Town. You're gonna see that where Lucas has a scar like that, and that would eventually become the concept for him in Silent Beacon Town, which is my Silent Hill AU. I'll create later. So here's another one. This is Jesse and Lucas again. This is back when Lucas didn't have a faceplate, like a mock cover. Alright, so here's like a mock cover of like for the Wattpad, which obviously changed, as you know. Here's like an old art of being Lucas getting sucked in by those hands. This is 2019 now. This is like 4 years ago. There's a drawing of Edward. Another drawing of Edward. Oh yeah, here's concept art of when This is back when I had Jesse's like new, like, hairstyle. At least experimenting it, so it's not so like poofy and shit. This is back when he got a new arm, like he's getting his plated. Here's Edward and Jesse. This is when Jesse started showing more of his leather jacket style. I recreated this. I made it. I made this a remake somewhere. This is 2019, so this is later in the year of 2019. So here's Jesse again with the leather jacket. This is a scene from supposedly the end of the story when, Alphonse like sacrificed himself, and then this is Jesse when like Lucas sacrificed himself in that moment. I might have to recreate this. This is 2020, by the way, so we're getting closer. This MST3K Jesse. There's a long story behind this, but this is not about him. It's also in 2020 again. Here's like some information. Let's see if this still holds up today. An AU where alchemy exists in MCSM. This AU follows the storyline of anime Fullmetal Alchemist. Jesse and a dear friend of his trying to translate a friend that's been deceased for quite some time now. Little did know they committed a taboo. It costed Jesse his left arm and right leg, while his friend cost his entire body. Are they ever going to retrieve their body? Well, yeah, in the end they do. This is later in the year. I remember drawing this. This is FF7 Jesse. You can tell that the hair is like really bad. This is back when I was trying to trying not to go back to like these 2020 was a weird art year. So this is like Fullmetal Alchemist Jesse again, or Ironhearted, and then this is MST3K Jesse. Not MST3K. This is FF7 Jesse. This is like an AU that was created the same year that. Here's him again. Very different art style than what you were just seeing like just a few slides ago. Here's Lucas again. This is when he got a faceplate finally. Now we're getting into 2021. So you saw that was okay, there's the Lucas art. Okay. By this point you got a faceplate. Oh no, there's nothing here. Oh, never mind, it's not. So, blonde boys, Lucas, Armin, and Edward, but that doesn't pertain to what. So, oh yeah, so here's a concept that I had, where Jesse would have different iron, besides iron, which he would actually go with. What would the other materials of Minecraft, because he's from Minecraft, like what would that have? So here's gold, diamond, here's obviously iron. And then here is when it's enchanted, if possible, if that's like a possibility. Here's emerald, and here's quartz. I know he hates quartz. Here's netherite, which is actually pretty cool. I like the netherite a lot, because the netherite's really strong now. Here's 80s Chronicles, or I can't believe I'm saying this. This is before Radical Decade was having. So here's like Ironhearted, and here's like that. So you can say right here, May 21st, 2018, and that's why we're doing it now. You can see this is May 21st, 2023. Radical Decade, or 80s Chronicles, as it was known, was created June 2nd, 2018, which is true. It's going to be in about a week, and I got to get to work on that video I was going to do. So this is two Jessies. So here's that remake of the old art thing. So, as you can tell, the improvement. This was last year. This is when I drew this last year. And here's the cover art for that thing. Yeah. So, same kind of deal here. And here's like I think this is the most recent one. Yeah, of me drawing him. So, there's Edward. You can see he also kind of had improvement as well. Here's Jesse here. And you can tell the jacket was designed differently than it used to be. That is because I thought, Jesse taking Lucas's jacket for the time being. You can tell the hair also changed too. You can see if it's kind of like a bit curly, but also retained that like old style. So that is that. So that is some of the Fullmetal Alchemist stuff. I'm trying to find if there's like another one in here. Alright, so there's more. So let's go ahead and show more stuff here. So, right here is that remake I was talking about of the Something Doesn't Feel Right. In comparison, if you want to see that, let's go to here. If my computer can stop being so slow. Okay. Alright, so here's like the old one. Here's like the new one. Massive improvement, as you can tell. The next art piece here. Here's like the non-glow brushed version. Here's like the outline of that. So this is like another recent one I did of drawing I did of him. Here's like I suppose a cover was gonna do, but then that got scrapped, so I might have to do something. There's that art piece we saw earlier. By this point, Ironhearted was the name for it now. So here's like another Jesse. That AU. This is for a friend. This is like a what if thing with an online friend of mine. Could have. Crawler Through the Fallout. Made by Silver Silence. If you haven't read it, it's so fucking good. And I decided to be like, hey, what if this guy would, like, I'm actually friends with the author, or at least online, no alliances with the author. And I'm just like, hey, I sent her this art, and she's like, oh my god, it's so cool. That's cute. So, glad she liked it. Here's like a sketch of him. And you can tell the design definitely changed. Oh yeah, here's like an old art too that I've recreated. It's called Truth. This is like when Jesse would meet the Gate of Truth, technically. And there's like here's like the old one. Trying to my poor computer is like trying to I'm trying to reset this thing. Okay. So here's like the old one. Here's the new one. The proportions are definitely different, as you can tell. So that is definitely let's look at the old one. There was also like an older part that I also recreated as well. I recreated this, but I haven't uploaded it yet. But hang on a moment. Let me actually grab the remake of that, because I recreated it. Surprisingly. Actually, not surprisingly, because eventually it would come. I'm working on remakes of different stuff right now as well. So I'm going to send over the remake. You're seeing it here, folks. You're seeing it here before I even posted on DeviantArt. So let's go ahead and let's get that going. I hope it went through, because usually when I send it through email, it's like it doesn't work. Oh no. Why? Oh, it went through. Okay, cool. So you're seeing it here now, folks. The remake of this. Okay, so let's so here's like the old one. Here is the new one. So here's the truth, dude. You can see I use the same kind of charcoal looking texture thing. To retain that. Here's Jesse again. There's like pixels. So you can see, not only does the truth, oh god. You can see my desktop there, but not only does the truth, or technically the truth has that, but also Jesse has like the different proportions and stuff, and also they have necks. So, so it's nice. It's really nice. So that is art stuff, artsy stuff, and I haven't even posted that thing yet. But we're going to let's see here on Wattpad here, and let's go and display this on Wattpad here. It's like at number 10 in MCSM AU out of 28 stories in total. So at least it's getting gaining some following. It right now you can read this in 2 hours and 41 minutes. So right now I'm working on this one here. I think this is chapter 16. So it has been for a while, and I know I need to start updating, but so this is my author notes draft. We're gonna read a little bit of this. Um, so you can tell this is the story of how, or at least my memory, how I jot down in my memory of how this started. Also, Taylor Writing is an old name. I wish I could change it. I think you can. I think DeviantArt doesn't allow you to change your username after you're done with your thing. So right here I say, now let's begin with a short history lesson. So as I put here, it says, it was May 2018. I was about to finish my final year of middle school, 8th grade. Minecraft Story Mode Season 2 ended about 4 to 5 months ago. And during those months, I got into other things since then, but mostly I've been sticking with the same things I've loved for those 5 months. One of the big things I got into, and this is new for me, was Stranger Things. I remember that Stranger Things was new to me at the time because I got into it a little bit late when Season 2 was out. Newly, like fresh. About a month before the last episode of MCSM last episode of the second season of Minecraft Story Mode. But back to May 2018, during that month, my brother was visiting during that time. Okay, sorry, I'm yawning. I'm trying to get through this. And I don't remember how the conversation went, but while he was over, he mentioned that this show called Fullmetal Alchemist, which was at the time I haven't heard before. I didn't know about it. This is because at the time I wasn't exposed to much anime. And, you know how that much changed eventually. So, the only things I had during middle school at the time, Minecraft Story Mode was big. My love for boats and ships was definitely still there. Sonic was big too. Stranger Things was new as well, but I was obsessed with that as well. I was really into that. They were major me for the time, so kind of am, because they made into the person I am. So not long after talking about it, my brother and I watched Fullmetal Alchemist. This is the version we sat down and watched, by the way. From that point on, I was introduced to what manga was and learned how anime was adapted from the Japanese comics. And after watching for the show bit, it didn't take me long to love it. And after those couple weeks of watching it, I eventually had a thought/idea for a story. Little side note, most of the stories came from what-if scenarios. And they still kind of do. Most of my AUs and stuff just come from, like, what-if scenarios, and it's kind of crazy of how that happens. I believe at the time, like I said here, the questions were, like, what if Jesse lost an arm or a leg while trying to bring someone back to life? What would Jesse look like? Voice crack. With an arm and a leg. And that's how maybe that's how it spawned. So they can tell there's the remakes. And then here's like recent art of him at the time I created this like little note thing. Here's some more ideas that I even mentioned here, like other AUs. Radical Decade, like I said here, 80s Chronicles were created in June 18, not long after this AU was created. And a little bit of talk about that. It's talk about a high school AU that takes place in the 1980s. And because most of the other like MCSM like AU stuff, I wanted to create something very unique. And that's when I decided, I'm sorry, I'm yawning too much. When I decided to create this 1980s AU because I love the 80s stuff, and I was like, yeah, I'll create this AU. Silent Hill AU, or being known as the Silent Beacon Town, was created in December later that year, and it's based on that horror series called Silent Hill. These are the major ones from 2018. While I was on a DC trip in June of 2018, this is when I was on a school trip to Washington, D.C. I remember texting my brother after, like, finishing the show, Fullmetal Alchemist show. These are actual texts that I've texted him, which was cool. And I said, hey, this is Taylor, how are you? I just wanted to let you know I finished the Fullmetal Alchemist Part 5 yesterday. God, the series was just so great. I just wanted to thank you for introducing it to me. And then my brother's like, so, what'd you think? You finished it, right? And I'm like, yes, I did finish it. Gotta be one of the best anime. I watched the final episodes on the trip, on the plane, on our bus. I thought it was great. And my brother finally texted, like, yep, I warned you it was good. So, by then, Fullmetal Alchemist was like the gate opener, no pun intended, of getting me into the world of anime, like Attack on Titan and stuff like that. So, that's the gist of it. This story is on the. I'm not gonna spoil it anything. Just giving a normal background. Like if you guys want to read this about yourself, then by all means, take it away. So right now there's currently 15 chapters up. 16 chapters being worked on. I couldn't get around to it because of obviously due to the fact that I had college and I couldn't get around to writing a new chapter. But in the meantime, that is it for this video. I know this is very incredibly short. I thought it was gonna be longer than I thought, but glad I got it done when I can. We're 35 minutes in, but yeah, this is. I thought I was gonna do something special for this AU, but I didn't. It just crept up on me. I apologize. And but at least when Radical Decade's 5th anniversary rolls around, I'll get around to making good parts of that for that, or at least a good video for that. I'm trying to plan on getting an audio drama thing for it. I just hope I can get it done soon enough. And yeah, talk to you guys later. Despite this being so fucking short, I thought that. Okay, let me just give you a rundown of also updates on this summer too. Actually, before I start, here's my my screen for the. Before I start getting putting updates out there for the summer, I finally got out of school, college now, which is good. I can finally focus on focusing on getting videos out more and that special stuff. I'm working on getting gaming stuff back. I need to still. I tried looking at my old Kingdom Hearts save, and luckily it's still there after a year of negligence, or whatever that how you say that. Sorry, my dog's in the room. Honey, come here. So she's been my partner. Hi, Onyx. Yeah, good? Yeah, you good girl. So yeah, Onyx has been my partner in this, in here. Yeah? Alright, so, during the time being, I'm in Wisconsin right now as I'm recording this video. And I won't be back in Oregon until around June or so, which I don't know what this means for. What this means for videos and such. And I'm gonna be here for a bit. Have been for kind of a couple weeks now, and I'm hoping to get back to playing some Italia fan games. And I know that I wanted to get around to playing Dream Talia again because there's a sequel. And there's an epilogue. There's 2 sequels that I want to get around to playing. And also trying to get to Kingdom Hearts as well. To get to the Kingdom Hearts series. And also trying to get to the end of Final Fantasy VII. At least try to get to the story end of it. Because Onyx keeps putting her nose underneath my arm trying to get my attention. What are you doing, Ani? Huh? Look at me with those puppy eyes. So yeah, this is, I am going on a trip to an air show in later July, actually, which is going to be fun. I might record video for that. I don't know if I'm going to make summer vlogs return for that particular reason. But, who knows? Well, I don't know if I'll make a video of that, but I'll definitely post something while I'm there. Because, with air shows, you want to be in the moment. You kind of want to record everything because it doesn't feel authentic to you when you go into that stuff. So I'm not going to record, everything, but I'm going to record some things. It's all about the experience and everything. So, without further ado, that's, semi-updates. But I know that I'm going to try to get some videos out. I do have some plans for uploads later this year, or later this summer, or at least try to work on something. I'm definitely gonna try to work on my stories for sure, cause college kept me busy. And as for comic dubs, you've probably seen like me do Plush Della stuff, which is actually no longer called Plush Della anymore. It's actually a different, under a different name now. I think it's called Plush Fever or something. I don't remember, but I'm gonna try to continue doing it because it's really cute, and it's like I just started doing it, and it's like I don't want to. I don't want to like stop when it like doesn't relate to Mandela Catalog anymore. Well, barely. But I'm gonna do another comic dub as well called Lion Della, which is another cool one. It's really adorable. But as of that, I'm definitely going to try to do some more videos, especially during this time of the year before getting back into college in August. That's the basic updates. Hold on, let me just look at my YouTube video upload plan that I had here before I go, because I want to get this uploaded before I leave for my... Okay, hold on. So, there is the fandom history video that I want to get done. It's not called a fandom timeline anymore. It's where I give a brief... This thing has been underneath my radar to create since, like, last year, beginning of college. And I just been struggling on trying how to, structure it and shit. It's called the fandom history, where like it covers the like what my interests or fandoms that I've been partaking in since I was from when I was younger to when I to now basically, and like what happened in those fandoms during those times, and like what was the thing, the big thing, because I wanted to create this not because of just nostalgia, but just patterns of like how my interests gradually, it's like a self-analysis, I guess, if you can call it. It's also like, well, I wouldn't really call it also I wouldn't call it a like family, like a life story thing, even though it kind of looks like that, but it's technically not focused on my personal life, if that, well, it does start off kind of like that, but then it kind of gradually goes into different interests later on, or evolves. So that's what the fandom history thing I can say for now. It's a jumble right now, but I'm trying to figure it out. The release date for the project's unknown, obviously, because I've been trying to figure out how to when to release it and stuff, and a lot of stuff keeps coming out, and it's like, there is one project I am trying to aim for to post on my birthday, and that is originally was going to be like a Mandela Catalog video, like for animatic, but then I kind of dropped out of that because I wouldn't have enough time to create that. But I'm going to still try to do it. It's just that I have to get around to making art for it and stuff. But right now I can delete the little note that I'm doing for the video for Ironhearted, because I'm doing it right now. But here is here's another, before getting on to, so basically the video I'm trying to aim for my birthday right now is actually due to Vegas. I'm going to try to do a revised version of my Vegas videos, per se, that I used to do back when I was, really young. And it's not going to just cover, the casino stuff, because that's what the basis of the videos were back then. We're going to cover, the basic history surrounding the city itself. And I thought it'd be great to post on my golden birthday. I turned 19 on the 19th of June of 2023. So, basically, Vegas, God, I lost my train of thought. It's gonna be my birthday video. It's fitting because this is actually where I was born too, which I thought would be perfect for that. So that's why I decided to post it, or at least release it on that day. So that is the Vegas history. It's called Las Vegas History 2023 Revised Edition. So, yeah. I might post like celebrity birthday stuff too. I'm planning to probably do Markiplier and Matt Mercer's birthday and Scott Port. You know the drill. You know what I've done with it, but I'm not sure what to do because I try not to do it so much. So that's like the basic video stuff. I'm gonna try to do some animation stuff as well, try to get that posted. But in the meantime, that is the video. For now, and like the updates, what I'm gonna be trying to do. So I hope you guys enjoyed, despite it being kind of fucking boring and not being so engaging and shit that I wanted it to be. But luckily, Radical Decade's going to get a better treatment than this. Because it has a project in the works that I wanted to do, and it was a little script I was going to do a while ago, but then I decided to do it for this. I just hope that I don't have to rush. It's going to be a bit of audio mixing, but if all goes well, and I'm going to hopefully have a friend help me out with the voice acting stuff, but anyway, the matter of fact, I already had enough of these Vegas buildings swaying. Sorry if it makes you feel sick. I do apologize if it does, because but I don't know if it's really cute. It's really funny. I just thought it would be nice to have as my, they're dancing. They're dancing. So, anyway, I hope you all have a great day, great night, wherever you are, or great afternoon, good evening, whatever. Hope it's all good. And, thanks for sticking around with me, despite this video being so boring. See you in the next one. Peace out. God bless you all.